Alright guys, Tetrabit here today, and it is time to do another Rostermania rumours video. The roster transfer period is officially open from April the 5th all the way to April the 22nd, so we have a long time to, run over these changes and see exactly what's going to happen here. There's a lot of confirmed rumours, I guess there's a bit of an oxymoron, but we're going to go through a lot of the rumours today and exactly how things are shaping up at the current time, especially given all this Red Reserve fiasco that has been the talk of the town really the last couple of days. Before we get into it, there is an event going on today in Toronto, Canada. These are the teams that are going into it. So, a big one here is Scrap, Silly, Gunless, RCTs and Abizi. May well be the favourites for this one. Well, almost certainly you would say. And they're doing a GSL format for the groups. So effectively, whoever wins the round one matchup, then, effectively it's like a loser's bracket. It's a bracket within the group, which, I think is a better system to what we have currently. But anyway, we'll talk about that. So this is going on tonight. These are all the timings for whatever time. I'll leave the link to the stream down in the link in the comment section below that I always pin, so it'll probably be live by the time you guys are watching this video. Let's hop into some rumours. So if you guys don't know who the CoD burner is, effectively a guy that's been around in the community for about a year, leaked a load of information, really behind the scenes stuff, seems to know a fair bit about what's going on. Apparently this season hasn't been as accurate, so take this with more of a grain of salt than, it's my favourite phrase, but more of a grain of salt this time than maybe a few months ago or something along those lines. But anyway, this is from 8 days ago. Some of this stuff is still relevant because there hasn't been much talk about EG lately. However, it is almost certain, I feel, that EG are making a change. And Fellow and Bagoon might both be gone. Supposedly attached once everyone dropped. Look for a move for Dese or Zuma. I think Zuma's too expensive though. Now, this has changed because we have this situation with FaZe Clan now potentially buying out the spot of Red Reserve, which we will look at in just a second here. So, there's some other things talking about Hoog wanting to drop the whole roster. Not all of this stuff is probably still relevant here because it's a week ago now, and I somehow doubt that Reciprocity want to drop Shawnee for Alex, but you never know what exactly is going to happen. So moving on from this stuff, but EG almost certainly making a change. We then have this from 4 days ago. The old investors fired the old CEO of Red Reserve today. Now they're trying to sell off all the players for cheap to get out of esports, so that's why Scraps was saying his buyout was only 10k, something along those lines. The old CEO was asking for 350. I heard the players are all free agent. If not, they get the 40k owed to them by the 17th. So Red Reserve owes a lot of money, definitely a breach of contract to the players and also a lot of the management staff that are missing money, which are really a horrible situation. It means they don't want to stay in CoD and pay the players what the old guy promised to keep them. Scraps should go to Envy for Aches now, maybe bring in Zero with him for App. Now, I think this situation may have changed as well, so we will get onto that in just a second here. I'm hearing a lot of other orgs have money problems that aren't only in CoD. So pretty much Red Reserve, they have some game app. They also have, they have the Red Reserve Entertainment division, and whoever the new investors are have decided they basically don't want to keep the esports division. So, it seems like that's a lot of the issue that's going on here. And we'll get into more of this Red Reserve stuff in just a second. So we have the following from Intel Call of Duty, a great Twitter account to keep up with this stuff. He tweets this out yesterday, and then we can follow it up with some other confirmations elsewhere. So what I'm hearing is multiple people at the moment, some backed up with proof, some not. Now, what this situation is that Rated said that if they don't get paid X amount, they signed some contracts that the league spot goes to them, the individual players. Now, of course, they were hoping to stay together and they were trying to ride out this issue because they like themselves as a 5-man team. But obviously now we've got this Scrap situation. Scraps and Rated had some Twitter back and forth, which we'll go into in a second. Also, you've got Bance, maybe not exactly perfectly the fit on the team, then tell him it's a free agent. All this stuff is going on. So at the current time, there's this rumour that FaZe Clan is trying to buy the spot from Red Reserve. Now, earlier in the season, we heard that FaZe Clan didn't want to buy EXG's spot, or they didn't want to buy Midnight's spot for a similar figure. So apparently they want to buy Red Reserve spot now, and it looks like Zuma may be coming back. So I'll show you this clip from that Bailey sent to me on Twitter, so thanks a lot for that.
Hold on, guys, I'm talking business, bro. Talking to my new team.
Is Midnight going to bite? Well, that chase over towards A by himself.
You competing at London? Yeah, I'm competing at London, bro.
So read into that what you will, but it looks like Zuma may well be on a league team, and Attach, of course, has gone to EG on loan from FaZe, so if he wants to come back, they can bring him back. Now, Priester, I'm not sure whether he's exactly on loan. I think Zuma said something at the time when Priester and Crowder went to 100 Thieves that it's pretty much a done deal. There's no chance they're coming back, so at least even if they are on loan, they still have something in their contract to where they can decide to stay or something like that. That's what I would predict. And then it seems like Scraps and Zero may be going onto this team, and Rated did a little bit of a leak, which we'll look at in a second, supposedly saying that JCat might be on this squad as well. But this is a day or so old now, so who knows how reliable this stuff is. Sorry that wasn't centralized, guys. At least I've fixed it now. So yeah, 2 out of 2. Originally, Red Reserve squad was meant to be Joe, Rated, Alex, Bracan 1. So this is like crazy stuff. Who really wants Celium, and they're looking at Decimate, our Envy, and this is another thing that that seems to be backed up a little bit further down the line. We have this as well from CWL Intel put in his Discord lately, was told Decimate to Envy is almost guaranteed. So that's one thing to watch out for. Of course, Decimate has been sitting out the season so far on G2, earning a lot of money sitting there on the bench because they don't have a spot in the league, but they're still paying him some cash, so opponents can't get him so easily, and it seems like maybe that's the situation we have on our hands right now. So this is that Scraps versus Rated Twitter like spat, I guess, that we had a couple of days ago here on, well, yesterday here on April the 5th. So Pool C couldn't have gone better. Now this is the pool of E United, Evil Geniuses, Red Reserve, and Team Envious. Now, the Red Reserve spot may well be going to FaZe Clan, and all 3 of those teams, E United is the only team there that's not going to make a change as far as I'm aware. Every other team is likely going to make a change, and all the free agents will be clustering towards these teams, because in Pool A and Pool B, those teams are pretty set in stone. Pool D, maybe some things can be switched around, but, you know, maybe not the main topic of discussion today. Pool C is the interesting one with all of those squads, and of course, JCap floating around as a free agent can potentially be going against Clayster and the E United guys. So that could be quite exciting. But Rated says, don't know which team I'll be on in C yet, but I get to play the biggest yes man in the scene, cannot wait. And I thought maybe he was talking about Clayster here, because I thought, okay, Rated thinks he'll land on a Pool C team, Clay's in there, but apparently he's talking about Scraps. So yes man, you best hope you get on Envy, otherwise you're on a flight back home. Good luck, fella. Like, that's pretty harsh words. So clearly seems like things have broken down within the team. You're the fakest guy in the scene. Relax yourself, little boy. You couldn't get above top 12 before I gave you the biggest blessing of your life. I'll be just fine without you. I blessed you with a league spot. This is fair enough, really. I blessed you with a league spot this year because we wouldn't have qualified if I wasn't about. I got myself to where I am today. It was fun playing with you until I told you I didn't want to play with you. Rated as, you never told me you weren't playing with me. You told me you were just like you told everyone else, like I said, you're a yes man. Okay, well, there it is. So there's a little bit of Twitter drama between Rated and Scraps here. Seems like they're going to be on differing teams. And, well, effectively, it leaves, supposedly, Scraps and Rated both looking for a team in this Pool C, which may well be Envy. It may well be the old Red Reserve spot that might happen to go along to, like, FaZe Clan, and then Rated and Joe and that may end up on this Evil Geniuses team. You never know exactly what's going to go on there. Potentially, that might be the case. Of course, Envy also looking to make changes as well. Maybe Decimate comes into that team. Pool C could be super scary. I don't want to cover a breakdown of the pools until we have the final teams confirmed, because otherwise, you know, things are going to change a lot. So I'll show you a couple of quick clips from Scrapsy here talking about how Red Reserve may be going to the FaZe Clan spot, and also that he has a lot of offers.
I could end up on 4 different teams. I have offers off nearly. I ain't even talking about it because I don't want to sound like big at everything. I have offers off like 8-9 different league teams. What if I told you that the Red Reserve spot somehow become the FaZe Clan spot?
Okay, so this is from the CoD burner yesterday. I'm sure you all heard the rumours of FaZe, and that's what should happen. FaZe buying the spot for 20k. I'm not 100% on what the roster will be, but I'll post it when I know for sure. That is what I know about Red and what happened in the middle of the night. So apparently there's some crazy things going on with Red Reserve. You guys can read through this. So yeah, there's apparently a contract where they end up controlling the league spot if they don't get paid. They own a lot of money, and they're close to Apok, who's trying to work some stuff out for them. And thankfully, the Red Reserve guys have got some stuff worked out for them, because effectively what happened is, we'll look at a tweet here in a second. They were at the bar, and the old CEO, so a guy called Patrick Anderson, I'm hearing mixed rumours about this guy, whether he's like a scumbag or whether he's a great guy, I don't know, so I don't want to get into it, to get the hell out of the house because it's in his name and he won't pay the rent anymore, and that's why the players are tweeting out. It's been going on for months, and they didn't say anything publicly because they really wanted to stay together, and we're hoping an all good one, all 5 of them, until recently when Scraps wanted to leave and the Bant stuff. So any of the players that don't get up quickly need to leave the country. So apparently, there's been a good turn of events here. briefly before we get to that, this is the supposed roster that someone put on Reddit here. So Zero, Scrap, Zuma, Celium, and Pharaoh. Replace 2 people, you've got the roster. 1 on loan recently, 1 recently dropped. Attach and cap, ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. So I'm supposing Celium and Pharaoh are the 2 guys to be swapped off this team, and maybe Cap and Attach are going to be in the squad. Who knows, but that is a rumour. So this is what Zero tweets yesterday. Been told by the Red owner to leave the house we are staying in because they couldn't afford to pay for it. I don't know why we're in this situation or how I've been able to keep it under wraps. Guess we'll see what the streets of Las Vegas are saying. And Rated follows it up with, hasn't paid a salary in a couple months, owes us 40k prize money each. I'm waiting for the cameras to bust in and tell us we've been framed. Just not to mention we all have entire setups in the house. Just horrible stuff. And then, yeah, Scrap says the following yesterday, and while it feels good, this will be the last time in my career I deal with any sort of unprofessional business. Now, maybe this is implying he has finally landed himself on a squad. Of course, you saw that clip where 8 to 9 different teams supposedly have given him offers. Maybe this confirms that he's finally got something sorted. I don't know. Now, the really great thing about this situation is that a lot of players have got in contact with the Red Reserve, not necessarily players, a lot of org owners, people with cash, have got in contact with the Red Reserve guys looking to help them out. And the crazy situation is that, well, how all these things have transpired. Rated 2 is the following. Appreciate the love the community has given the team today. Not been an ideal situation all year for ourselves. Would like to thank Zachteh CEO. This is the denial CEO. And this guy is the 6'4" and fully tatted guy. Thanks for helping us out and paying for the house for a month so we aren't in a rush or panic to get everything. We had no reason to help. This guy for a few years has been known as a bit of a scumbag, to be honest. Like, people have been saying, oh, this guy doesn't pay his players, etc, etc. And now he's let the French guys on his team completely control the roster. Like, he's not tried to drop anyone like other organizations have gone for. And now he's paying for the Red Reserve guys for their house for a month. So, pretty remarkable turn of events. Fair play, and it's really great to see. Now, this is another thing that may well be relevant. Lacefield tweets out, tough scenes, can't wait to get my ass home, can't trust anybody. And, well, it's possible that Lace got dropped from midnight here. So, well, I don't know, but at least that's kind of what it seems like on the surface. Definitely have the capacity to make a change. We will have to see. So to finish off, we have a couple of rumours here that went out a few hours ago from the Intel Caller GT account. So Celium followed Hastro, the Envy owner. Now, I don't know whether this stuff's legit, but yeah, Zero and FaZe Ben followed each other today, and Scraps followed FaZe Temper and FaZe Banks, but you know, how much can you really read into that? But yeah, this is kind of the situation. Decimate potentially going to Envy, a couple of the guys on the EG squad, so Fellow and Gunja almost certainly off the team, I would predict. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen to Royalty at the current time. Certainly possible that some of the old Red Reserve guys will find their way into the Evil Geniuses lineup. The Red Reserve spot may be going to FaZe. We may see Zuma back in the league alongside a guy like J-Cap, Attach, Scraps, and Zero, which sounds like a very scary roster on paper. So I guess the rest of the Red Reserve guys will end up finding themselves on an Evil Geniuses or potentially an Envious. But if Envy are looking at a guy like Celium, maybe a guy like Pharaoh, actually a clip I haven't showed you is Pharaoh saying he's going to be on a league team.
As of now, do you think you'll be on a league team for London? I'll 100% be on a league team for London. I put my life on that.
If these guys might even find their way into a squad like Team Envious, then we'll have to see. I mean, Pharaoh may even be going to a midnight or something like that. If Lacefield is getting dropped, who knows exactly what's going on, but that is supposedly the situation. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave all your thoughts on this stuff down in the comment section below, as I'm sure you will. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I will see you next time.